Welcome to Lawyers Who Care, the video show podcast that highlights attorneys who go above and beyond for their clients. And on each episode, we'll meet a new lawyer and they will share stories of when they went above and beyond legal counsel for the benefit of their client. My name is Andrew Samalin. I'm the principal of Samalin Wealth, a nationally recognized wealth management firm for lawyers, law firms, and their clients. So let's applaud lawyers who care and learn from them. Today, my guest is Alan Feller. He's an attorney with Sloan and Feller in Mahopac, New York. They specialize in elder law and estate planning. And welcome, Alan.
Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for having me on your podcast.
So glad. So, Alan, tell us how you came to the law. What made you want to be a lawyer?
Ever since I can remember as a child, it was one of those professions where it was like that next step, because you could use all of your passions, all of your skills, reading, writing, arguing. You could use everything, to basically to help people. And my parents were both teachers, so their whole livelihood was based on helping people. So of course, when you have a profession, you wanted to kind of mirror that, but maybe take it a little further.
Got it. And how'd you come along to the elder law and the estate planning focus?
My grandfather had died in 1996. So when he passed away, my dad was trying to help with my uncle to take care of things and help things for my grandmother. The complexities, the issues, all of that seemed to resonate with me, and I wanted to help out make that process easier. And so I used to talk with my dad, say, what type of law would be a good fit for the things I like to do. And he's like, look at all the things involved with elder law, helping older people, making sure they're all set up, making sure their estates are set up. So that definitely stuck with me.
Got it. And before we, during this interview process, we talked about a fun story. By the way, just so you know, all the stories that come into this podcast, some are funny, some are sad, some are tragic, some are wonderful, in their conclusion. And this came under the fun and great conclusion kind of subcategory. You want to share that story with us?
Sure, Andrew. So, being an elder law attorney, especially in the pre-pandemic days, lots of home visits, lots of interactions, with your clients on a very intimate level. You're basically being at their apartments, in their lives, because they sometimes they don't have many others to rely on or to lean on. So one of my favorite clients, an older gentleman who was living in the North Bronx, his wife had definitely suffered some illness, and she was residing in a nursing home. So his journey every day was basically get into his car and visit his wife, in his old Chevy that he had was 1,000,000 years old. So, and part of my representation was just spending time with them, going in the car with them to the nursing home. But on this day, I noticed that I believe his inspection sticker was expired, and I know he not always taking care of all the things he had to take care of. So I said, hey, we have to take care of this. You're riding around with an inspection sticker that's expired. You don't get pulled over. You don't have issues. So I said, let's go to the dealer. Let's make sure we take care of this. And so sure enough, we did. We took a little bypass to make sure his inspection was taken care of, make sure we might as well get an oil change while we're there, just hang out. And just to have him feel like, okay, let's not get you into more trouble. And it's a thing like that. Just the ability to say, what, you're a human being. It's not just, a contract or a work or just A plus B equals C. Sometimes you just have to say, hey, there's humanity there. We have to make sure that you're okay. Let's hang out with the dealer and talk and get to know about his life and get to, know more about the people you work with.
Got it. And so tell us what, you got out of that, as a professional, and maybe what your office, you're kind of blueprinting, you're prototyping this activity or these actions for your office. And it kind of goes through the profession, doesn't it?
Elder law is not like other types of law. Basically, you're operating on the legal side, making sure their estates are set up, their wills, their trusts, the Medicaid applications, but also their families. I mean, when you work as an elder law attorney, you're dealing with the families over multiple generations. A client I dealt with in 2000 or 2001, you may have their children, sometimes their grandchildren, and making sure things are set up all the way through. So you're seeing them as people, as a unit. So when we do the work for our clients, it's it's not just, hey, we got this document done, fantastic. It's about, how is your life going? What can we do to help you out? Making sure that, we give you not just a service, but just we're there for you. We're part of your life to make sure that things are working okay. Because sometimes life is tough. You need a little bit of help, and you're not always surrounded by people that can give you that.
Mm-hmm. So as a reminder, today my guest is Alan Feller. He's an attorney with Sloan and Feller in Mahopac, New York. They specialize in elder law and estate planning. Alan, so that people can get in touch with you, can you give us your phone number twice, please?
Our phone number, our main office, is area code 845-621-8640. And that's, once again, 845-621-8640.
And where can they find you online?
You can go to our website, which is at www.sloan, SLOAN, and A-N-D, Feller, F as in Frank, ELLER.com.
Got it. Alan, thank you so much for joining us today. And everyone, this has been the Lawyers Who Care video show podcast that highlights attorneys who go above and beyond for their clients. My name's Andrew Samalin again, Samalin Wealth, a nationally recognized wealth management firm. If you know anyone that might be appropriate, or you are an attorney that might be appropriate for this podcast, please reach out to us at info@samalinwealth.com. That's info@samalinwealth.com. And again, my guest today, Alan Feller. He's an attorney with Sloan and Feller in Mahopac, New York. Alan, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate everything.